Hola YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I am your girl BeautyByLinnoria across all my social media platforms. If you would, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Of course, thumbs up this video and get a conversation started with me in the comment section below. But as you can already tell from the title of today's video, I'm doing a new to me product review, demo, and everything for some new products that came in. We're going to be reviewing and demoing the new Milk Makeup, the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray, which is pretty cool and amazing. The new Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Marquise. We'll go ahead and give you guys a review of this. Heads up, this is not my color. It's a little too dark for me. And also, we're going to go ahead and review the Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. This is her Velvet Finishing Powder. Newsflash, amazing. Amazing. But I'm going to show and tell you guys how amazing. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and review the Kryolan UV Red and the UV Yellow. Both of these pressed pigments and how they actually work and apply, as you guys can already see on my actual eyes. And I'm also going to go ahead and review one final product for me that's been here that I haven't had a chance to review yet. This is the Loreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. On its own is not a winner for me because of my pigmented lips. I had to base it with something else. But if you guys are ready to see how we got this whole look and everything to come together, you already know. Let's keep watching.
You're my beauty one, taking me home. One thing really lead to one.
Okay guys, since we're going to be doing almost a full face of first impressions for me, the first thing that I'm going to start out with is my Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. This is her translucent setting powder. This is her Velvet Finishing Powder. So I went ahead and got this like a little while back, and I want to go ahead and try it out since it's supposed to be amazing for oily skin. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try and actually see exactly how it works for oily skin. So I'll be setting and doing everything with this. Also, I did go ahead and get in some of the Kryolan colors. I did go ahead and get this neon yellow, the UV yellow, this Dayglow compact color in UV yellow, and I also went ahead and got it in UV red, even though it looks like an orange and a really hot yellow. So we'll be trying both of these out. And also, you guys already know I did go ahead and pick up the Milk Makeup, and this is going to be their Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try out just to see, you know, if I like it, how it works out for me. And I also went ahead and got the new Nars foundation, and this is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and my shade that I went ahead and got was Medium Deep 5 in Marquise. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try and see how it works. Elephant in the room. Man, I know I'm not the only one going through it with all the mass, you know, breakouts and stuff like that. As soon as it starts to heal, it starts to go flat, another breakout had happened. So I figured, what better time to trust to actually do a review of a foundation, not when my skin is clear like how it normally is, but when I'm going through a horrendous breakout. All of them are pretty much healed and flat for the most part. I hadn't filmed for the past week because they were raised and painful. You know how you have a breakout and it's painful? Don't put nothing on top of that. Just wash your face, put on sunscreen and moisturize, and keep it moving. But I did want to go ahead and try out the Nars foundation up against the colors that I already had. So this new foundation color is going to be, I'm going to put it right here on my neck so you guys can actually see. Okay, so this is what the Nars new shade looks like. And again, I have no clue why I'll be putting on so much. It's a little dark. My other shade that I have from Nars, and this is their Sheer Glow foundation, and this is also in the shade Macao. So maybe I should have just stuck with the shades I already had and tried to see if that would work out for me, but I know that they were slightly different. This is Macao, which has more of a neutral golden undertone, which actually looks better against my skin tone. And then I have the Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint, and this is in the shade Martinique, which is Medium Deep 3. I thought medium deep 3 Marquise would work for me as well, since, you know, I already had that shade at home. But the thing about my foundation shades is I buy my foundations throughout different periods of the year. So it may match my winter shade, it may match my actual summer shade or whatever it may be. And that one is way more orange. You're like, Lynn, none of those work. And the darkest one, this one right here, is the one I went ahead and got to try out. So yeah, we'll just have to correct the darkness of it with an actual concealer. I may have to take it back for a shade up and a shade lighter. This is the thing I hated when I went into Sephora. So this is the Nars Medium Deep in Marquise and their new Soft Matte Foundation. That's this right here. The middle one is the Soft Glow Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Macao, which is Medium Deep 4. And then the last one is the Velvet Skin Tint in the shade Martinique, which is Medium Deep 3. There's no consistency across the board with these shades. To be honest with you, I should probably be wearing this shade today, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a try out. So this way I know when I go back to the store, I just need to get a shade lighter. Even in the summertime, I don't tan that deep, so that wouldn't work out for me. So, you know, we'll give it a try. We'll try to see how it is. The first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get the eyes done and out of the way. I'm gonna be doing something a little different today. I'm just gonna be doing like a really chromatic, monochromatic look. And I'm just priming with my Urban Decay primer potion. Because I have oily eyelids, you know, I cannot skip my priming of my lids. This doesn't work out for me. And now I'll go ahead and do my brows first. You guys have already seen this part, so I'll speed this part up. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and use my DANESSA 24-hour Color Matte and Pheonix as a base for my eyeshadows today. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Kryolan UV Red to see how this looks on top of it. Ooh, that's bright. So I'm gonna go into my Makeup by Yolanda, the Jam Rock Universal Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm gonna use Yasa, the orange in it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend around it using the nude in it. This color nude, and just blend that out. Just blend the edges out a little bit. Going into my shade in light, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set right here underneath the brows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just spray as a first base, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Nars Pour and Shine Control Primer. And on that, I'm gonna add just a little bit of the Nars, I'm sorry, this is the E.L.F. Matte Primer, Pore Primer, their Putty Primer, to help with some of this texture. And because I wanna give it a chance, of course, I'm gonna use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, pump in half of that. Now, it's pretty early in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. So I'm gonna do a wear test with this, so you guys will be able to actually see how it wore throughout my day. It's 9:25. So I'll go in here with the foundation, and let's just see how it covers up. Typically I would color correct those spots and marks on my face, but I don't want to do that this time. This time, I just want to see, will it cover it up? It's super liquidly, as you guys can see. It's definitely not my shade. But it has really great coverage. It's not my shade, but again, it has some really great coverage. And it covered up most of my spots. I can't complain. I'm not upset or mad at the coverage that it gave there. Pretty happy with that. I'm trying to get most of the coverage in the areas where I actually need the coverage to be for my spots and stuff. And it blended out pretty fast. No problems or issues with the blending. Now for concealer, because it's pretty dark, I'm gonna have to go in with a lighter concealer. This much I know. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Loreal Infallible Wear. And this is in the shade Cedar 390. Just so I can balance it out. Since it's so dark, I'm gonna have to bring light back to my face. I think the darkness of this foundation may have been a complete and utter fail, but I'm still gonna try to make it work. I'm not giving up, trying to get it to blend back down, but it's definitely too dark for me. And for the Nikkia Joy Cosmetics, let's go ahead and get this the setting for my under eyes. I'm gonna set my whole face with this. I hope this helps tone it down a little bit. But we're also gonna see whether or not this gives me any type of flashback. For my blush, I'm still gonna keep with the same thing. And before I go in and spray it down one more time, I'm gonna go ahead and use the orange blush from La Femme. I know that looks a little strong, but I'm not too worried about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby as my highlighter. And now I'll go ahead and go back in and spray it down. Liner is going to be the Huda Beauty liner. I'm just going to do my Cocoa Lashes Venus lashes. Going in with my Tarte Double Duty Beauty Spray. For the lips, I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is their Infallible in the shade Mango. This one isn't quite like the other ones. It's a more sheer formula. Yeah, it's a super sheer formula. And I'm just going into the Kush Queen by Peachy Queen Cosmetics, and I'm just using Pineapple Express. Just right here on the inside. Brow gel. This is the E.L.F. Brow Mascara Gel. Just use this to keep them up and out the way. Mascara, I'm just going to go in with my Too Faced. With mascara, I'm going to go on my Ulta Beauty Limitless. Okay, so this is the face right now. I'm gonna go back and do the hair, and we'll be right back with a finished look. Okay guys, so you've had a chance to see me use different products. You guys didn't see me actually apply the UV yellow on the interior. I changed it up and switched it out. I started this video yesterday morning before I went out of town. Went out of town, was gone a really long time, and it was super late. So now it is the next day, more than 24 hours later. So I'm gonna give you a ridiculously long wear test. It means I've had this foundation, makeup, all of this on my face for about, would that be like 28 hours? 28 hours at this point. Now I did go ahead and retouch and touch up a lot of stuff because obviously I went to sleep. It was hot yesterday. I was in and out of different houses and stuff. I went to go visit my family, but yeah, enough of that. So this is amazing. This is great. When I was first using it and spraying it, I was like, I don't get it. It didn't feel like it was doing anything as far as a primer spray, and then also as far as a refreshing spray before I went in and set my entire face down. I was like, this isn't really doing anything. But baby, can I tell you, basing my face, priming my face, using the Hydro Grip primers and all the different primers I use, the Nars foundation, along with the Tarte Double Duty setting spray, with this sprayed over my face, and just refreshing my face today with this and some other products, my makeup held on to me like cement. For it to have been 24 hours, and I had to do minimum touch-ups with my actual face, and this is what we're looking like. Yeah, this initially doesn't feel or look like it's doing anything, but the way it allows your makeup to wear, the way it allows products to sit on top of it, the way it sinks in to products you've already put onto your face, this is really great. Just another banger for Milk Makeup. Really love that. The Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Marquises is a little too dark, so I'm gonna have to take this back, and I'm gonna have to get a shade. Yeah, I'll get one shade lighter than this. I really need 2 shades lighter than this, but because of the way I do my highlight, contour, bronzer, and different things like that, I like my foundation to come across just a little bit darker, so as I'm going in doing everything else, it pulls it all together with my actual skin tone. Right now, it doesn't look like it, but I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of see and tell just a little bit. Because of the bright lights, you really can't tell, but it's too dark for me. So I will be taking this one back. This, babe. First of all, let's just talk about, I'm an oily girl. Period, point blank. When my oils start to come through, they come through, and they're coming. You know what I'm saying? This right here kept my oils at bay. It didn't prevent me from getting oily, but my foundation still wore beautifully. I didn't have any crazy cracking or anything setting my concealer with this. It didn't darken my concealer and the foundation. It didn't lighten my concealer and foundation. It's not giving me flashback, because right now if it was giving me any type of flashback, Beauty Lights will give you the same effect of if you do a flash. So you would see my face kind of with a glow, like I'm a floating head or something outside of my normal skin tone. The difference what you see right now between my skin and my face is just simply because the foundation is a tad bit too dark. But this right here, if you have oily skin, this will make your face feel like velvet. It will beautifully set your foundations and concealers. It's not going to alter the color of the products you've already placed on your face, and it will keep you matte. And once your oils do start to come through, it comes through in a really natural, pretty, glowy, radiant way, versus you looking like you need to take a sponge and just start blotting oils and stuff. Like, this is amazing. I will be buying another one of these for a backup. I am mad at myself that I waited over a year to use it. I purchased this like 18 months ago, and I'm just now using it, and I'm mad at myself, but I won't be making that mistake again. I'll be purchasing another one of these, so you guys will see that in another upcoming haul. And these two pigments from Kryolan, it's nothing more I can tell you with these. Now these pigments, it's really a bright yellow and a bright orange. I'm gonna turn on the light so you guys can see it better. Hold on. These two pigments it doesn't look like much because of my lights, but you guys just saw the real true colors of them. This is more like a orange, pink, neon. It's supposed to be a neon red, but it's more of a orange, pink, whatever. You can see it on my eyes. Now, what you see on my eyes is a combination of, you know, the Jamrock orange that I actually blended into it because it was so bright. Just to tone it down a little bit, just to match my outfit a little bit better. So I did go ahead and use that along with Yasa from the Jamrock palette. And this is the Jamrock Universal palette. Absolutely love, like, I can't say nothing bad about anything that I actually used. The only thing that I'll say bad is if you have pigmented lips, then the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipsticks, they're not gonna work just on their own. And they do get goopy and gloppy. So they'll give you like that little whole lip a little bit. So on their own, it's a no. I started to throw it away. But I reached for a faithful favorite. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Globe Trotter. I went ahead and put this down, and then I went ahead and topped it with this, and that is the lip that you see now. I also went ahead and put a Pat McGrath. This is her Gold Allure Lust. This is her gloss, lip gloss that she actually has. So I did go ahead and put a little bit of this over it just to give my lips a little glossy look. But overall, happy with the look and everything. I mean, okay. So let's talk about it. It's a learning curve using the DANESSA MYRICKs, the 24-hour matte color. It looks like I've used a scrap ton. I've only used it twice, and it's just a little pinch each time. So it's not like a full, complete thing when you guys get it to be blown out. But when you use it, that's really what's in it. It's a learning curve with using these. I went a little too high with this one, way up here. I like it, I prefer it when it's a little bit down lower and more controlled. So it obviously is two different eyes as far as how high the shadow went up. But for me, it's just a learning curve of knowing these dry fast. And you want to make sure when you're applying it to your eye, if you're using it as an eye base, you want to make sure you're getting that thing as thin and as even as possible. Because once it dries, any lumps, skips, lines, or anything you have from your uneven blending while you're actually applying it to your eye, it's going to show in your eye. It's going to show through your actual eyeshadow and everything. It'll be a hot mess. As an eyeliner, I don't know, I haven't used them yet as an eyeliner, but just based on the way they dried and the way they wore, it's been on my face for almost 30 hours at this point. Didn't budge, didn't fade, didn't do anything. These eyeshadows, these colors and everything, these eyes did not budge or move at all. And the heat, sweating, the whole nine, didn't budge at all. So I would think as an eyeliner, this would be just as amazing. I'll follow up with you guys with that. But that is the end of the review and the haul. Guys, let me know if there's anything else you see or know about that you want me to look at, go over, go through, anything like that. I'm always here for you guys. Thank you guys so much for paying attention and watching my videos. I really do appreciate the actual support. And as always, thank you, YouTube.